Hello, fellow fragrance lovers, and welcome back to my channel. Today, I have a little budget haul for you. I've been sitting on these perfumes for a few weeks now. My life has been a little bit crazy. I am on summer vacation, but I have just not been in the same spot for more than a few days. I'm just like traveling around, going back and forth. It's just been a little nutty. And yeah, I haven't been getting as many videos out as I had hoped, but I'm hoping that will change in the next week or so because I have some very fun things to show you, some very good acquisitions. So, anywho, before I get started with this nice little budget TJ Maxx Burlington haul, I just wanted to welcome you to my channel. I am a Limelight Lass, and I'm primarily about fragrances. I especially love fragrances that get you noticed, get you attention, but I like really all kinds of fragrances, budget fragrances, celebrity fragrances, niche fragrances. So if you're all about that, I would really appreciate it if you subscribed. I'm getting so close to my 1,000 subscribers, which was like my first goal, my first milestone goal. So I can't wait to hopefully hit that soon. Pardon my appearance. I am such a mess. I was at my friend's pool all day, and this is what happens to my hair when I let it air dry, and probably a little sunburnt here and there, but just ignore that because what you really are here for are these fragrances. So I'm going to start off with the stuff that I got at TJ Maxx. I only have a couple things, but I love going. I really only just started doing the whole circuit of like the TJ Maxx and the Marshalls and the Burlington, and you can find really great things there. If you haven't, done that yourself and you're into fragrances, now the negative thing is you usually do not have testers accessible to you in those places, so you are blind buying. But of course, I've got my phone with me and I look up the fragrances on Fragrantica, so at least I know what I'm dealing with. And sometimes, if it's something that's $10, you just kind of suck it up and say, I'm going to take a chance on this, and if I don't like it, I'll give it to somebody or whatever. So it's a cheap thrill. I don't have tons of money. I'm a teacher. So, yeah, if you want that thrill of blind buying and hauling, but you don't really have a lot of money, these are great places to go. And you can actually find some really decent fragrances. So, I was very excited to see this there, which is this L'Amour Trio from Le Monde Gourmand, and you might be familiar with them. They do have their own website, but you can also find their fragrances on Urban Outfitters, and I have a couple of them. And I had wanted to buy this when this first came out, and it only came out, I feel like maybe it was like late winter, I want to say. And I just never got around to it. I think some of these had sold out before. So I got this little trio for only $10.99, which I thought was pretty decent. I'm not, by the way, in this little video, I'm not going to go into all of the notes and everything, but I will just kind of let you know my opinion. So this one has 3 fragrances, and the first one is this Cherie Cerise. So this is a nice little cherry fragrance. Very refreshing, very sweet, very like tart synthetic cherry, but fun. I mean, I feel like cherry fragrances are kind of the thing right now. And the deal with Le Monde Gourmand, probably if you've seen other videos about them, is they don't last incredibly long. They're very budget friendly though. By the way, I really should have picked it up, but they had one, it was like chocolate. I feel like it was called like chocolate hazelnut or something like that. And it was one of the ones in like the taller bottles. It was like $15. I swear it was a great dupe for by the fireplace. Like it smelled so eerily like it. And I did spray it on, even though, I mean, it wasn't technically a tester, but I was like, I want to see what this is about. And it seemed like other people had sprayed it. It lasted on me like for a very long time, and it smelled very, very close to By the Fireplace. So if you see that one and you don't have By the Fireplace and you would like it, great dupe. But anyway, so the cherry one, very fun, synthetic. Then there's Le Bubble Pop, which is like a bubblegum bubblegum and champagne, I think, is supposed to be in this. Yeah, I mean, I smell the bubblegum, but it's not the same type of bubblegum in like the Toy 2 bubblegum or even like the Bath and Body Works bubblegum one. Yeah, it's I mean, you definitely get the little bit of a bubblegum element. I think it also has black currant, but it's like fun, fruity, very youthful, but I think these are just fun for the summertime. And then the last one in here, I was kind of afraid of because it's called Bon Bon Banana, and I hate bananas. I probably have said that like 20 times on my channel, but I hate bananas. I have like a banana phobia. I don't like looking at bananas. I think they're disgusting. So I just don't like banana scented anything. And that's probably why I also hate tuberose, like certain types of tuberose, because they come off bubblegum, or not bubblegummy. Sometimes they're bubblegummy, but sometimes they are banana-ish. They smell like bananas, and I don't like this. So this one, though, it's weird. I mean, you definitely get some banana in it. Let me do it over here. I can just wash my hands. Like, I get banana, but this also has coconut, but it has like, I think it has like vetiver or something. Like, it has deeper things in it, which is kind of weird. It has coconut. I know that. So even though it's called banana, Bon Bon Banana, it's not reading as a strictly like banana fragrance. It's very like tropical summertime fun. So yeah, I thought, look, for $10.99, this is what people have to be realistic about. And I get so annoyed when I read reviews because, you know, there are people on Fragrantica who, I guess I have nothing better to do than just like go on there and trash fragrances. Like, this is $10.99 for 3 fragrances that are fun. They're not too serious. Great for like teenagers and things like that. Like, is the performance great? No. Like, no. Does it smell like the most sophisticated thing? No. It's $10.99. Like, people, you need to be realistic. That's my rant. I'm sorry. Sorry, I'm going off on a tangent. Okay. So this is weird. Maybe some of you guys can help me out with this because I am perplexed by this fragrance. Okay. And they had a couple different ones. So this is by a brand, I guess, called Terra. It's like Terre. And I think it's like cool packaging. And this is called Desert Dust. And they had like a moon dust one and then some other type of dust, which they all smelled good. I could just kind of smell them from the caps. This smells so good, but this is like, this has, it's like not having fingerprints, right? This is nowhere. I have looked everywhere online, not on Fragrantica. It is not like when I Googled anything about this, I could find nothing. So I don't know if this is like an extremely independent house. Well, it says Gapardis Inc. in North Miami, Florida. I don't know. This is a very like, it smells so good. It's like a very warm, like subtly spicy, I don't know. It's just like a warm fragrance, the type of fragrance I go for. Has a little hints of sweetness. I have no idea. I have no idea what the notes are for this. But it smells really good and warm and really good for like fall. And it was $14.99. So that is called Terra Desert Dust. So if anyone knows about these, let me know because I'm like, it is like keeping me up at night. Like, what is this? It's not really, but being dramatic. Okay. So moving on to the Burlington finds. And I feel like there's a particular Burlington I go to that has just like shelves and shelves of fragrances. They're really, really well stocked. So the first one I got here is one that one of my favorite YouTubers talks about a lot, Shauna J. If you've never watched Shauna J, I'll put her info in the description, but I love her. She is great. And it's so funny because she does not have very similar taste to mine. She actually likes much like cleaner, soapier fragrances, but every once in a while she'll like things that, I like, or she'll recommend something that I end up really liking. I just really love her. She does a lot of like budget fragrance reviews, and she just like keeps it real. She's not like fake. She's not just like out to make a buck, and like promoting things and like being annoying. She's just like really down to earth, and I love her personality. And yeah, she's kind of like opposite, like, because I'm like, "Wah," I'm like crazy, but I like to watch people who are calm because I don't know, maybe hopefully it'll rub off on me. But anyway, so she talks about delicious cotton candy from Gail Heyman, Beverly Hills. This is, and I wanted this for a while, but when I saw it at Burlington, I was like, okay. It has this like weird animal on top. It's very strange. What this has to do with cotton candy, I have no idea. It's like I don't know what it is, a leopard of some sort. But okay. So apparently people say that this is very similar to Pink Sugar, and I only have the Pink Sugar, the red velvet one. No, I lied. I also have the Creamy Sunshine one, a little scent bird of it. And I do smell similarities, but from what I remember about original Pink Sugar is I don't feel like it has as much of a citrus element in the beginning as this does. So this definitely smells like cotton candy. It smells like cotton candy, but because it has that kind of like cool citrusy opening, to me, it reminds me almost of like cotton candy water ice, which is my favorite type of water ice. Or if you're from Philly, the Philly area, I've tried to like get rid of my accent, but we call it water ice. And some of you probably don't even know what water ice is, because I didn't realize it is like pretty specific to our area, but it's just like an icy, delicious treat. But this almost smells like, yeah, it smells like cotton candy water ice to me. And it's just very gourmand. It is very sweet. When I've worn it so far, it actually projects and sticks around pretty decently. I mean, for being, how much was this? I don't remember. I think it was like $12.99. So if you just want to smell like delicious cotton candy, as the name implies, and you want something that's cheap and just, again, fun, youthful, delicious cotton candy. All right. Then another cotton candy fragrance that was intriguing to me was this Sugar Pop Cotton Candy by Jean-Marc Paris. And this one looks like this. So to me, I'm gonna reek, but it's okay. I'm gonna be taking a shower. This one to me does not smell like cotton candy, and I did look up the notes for this one, and this also has like amber, and I think this has vetiver, and it's a little more musky. So it does have a little bit of that like sweet sugary element to it. I mean, it does have a sweet sugary element to it, but to me, it does not smell like cotton candy. It smells good, and it dries down very pleasant. It's a very nice, sweet, like ambery dry down. But like, I wouldn't have named this Sugar Pop Cotton Candy. It's sweet. It's not as sweet as like the other cotton candy fragrances. But it's good. And this one I think was like $9.99. And it was super cheap. So again, if you just want to have fun, try out some different perfumes, this is great for that. Okay, and then the last thing I have from Burlington, I've wanted this for a long time. I've been really curious about it. And that is Siren by Paris Hilton. It's so funny because when Paris Hilton first came on the scene, like way, way, way back, like early 2000s, and she was at that point just a socialite. Like she didn't have any businesses. She wasn't on TV yet. I hated her. Like I would see her in my like Us Weekly and I'd be like, What is she famous for? Why is she rich? Well, I mean, we know like kind of how she's famous, but she was obviously born into famous, a famous family, and then she did some other things that got her famous. But the more I learned about her, and then I watched The Simple Life. I even ended up getting her album that came out. I actually liked her music. I don't know. I don't know. I kind of ended up liking her, and I like her now. So, and I think she actually does have some nice fragrances. So this one, the Siren, I love the bottle, and this was super cheap as well. I forget how much, but I want to say like $14.99. I mean, ridiculously cheap. This one, I've actually, out of all of these in the past couple weeks, I've worn this one the most. This is a peachy apricot. I think it has honeysuckle in it, and it does have like vanilla amber musk, I believe, in the base. But this is, if you like peach apricot, sweet. I think it also has frangipani in it. It's very summery. It is like, so it's not beachy. I would say this is really good. Like the whole mermaid thing, I think is appropriate because I could see you wearing this to like the beach or whatever, but it's not like the tropical coconut. So if you want something that's not sunscreeny or coconutty, or that whole profile, but like you still want something that would be beach appropriate, summer appropriate, this is a really nice cheapie. It lasts actually a fairly decent amount of time. The bottle, again, is, I think, really pretty. There's something almost nostalgic about this as well. Like, I feel like it reminds me of the 80s. Like, and that was most of my childhood. It took place in the 80s, and I feel like a lot of things smelled like this. It also kind of reminds me of those of you who remember Strawberry Shortcake Dolls, which they did re-release, like they have them again, but I don't think they're quite the same. But when I had the original, this reminds me of, I had the apricot one. I forget what her name was, something with an apricot, but I remember smelling that doll, and that is partly what that smells like. So I think that's where like the nostalgic element is coming from. So I like it. So that was Paris Hilton Siren. So I mean, I've got probably all of these fragrances, under, I don't know, under $70, something like that. So I really highly recommend, go to TJ Maxx, or make, one day in the, before the summer's over, I'd like to go on like a little like Burlington, TJ Maxx, Marshalls, like road trip where I just hit a bunch of within, a few mile radius, and just see what I turn up. If you're interested in that type of thing, please let me know. But, I like to bring you stuff that smells good and that is affordable. There's nothing wrong with an affordable fragrance, people. Okay. So anyway, just wanted to get this video out there, and hopefully you'll be getting some more videos from me in the near future. And thank you guys for watching. Thank you so much for your support, everyone who has subscribed already. And again, I really appreciate it. It means so much to me. If you would like this video, it really helps my analytics and all of that, or also subscribe if you can. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.